they're on to us. Because we've been talking about this on the podcast, that it's a good way to be. And they said 7 signs of weaponized incompetence in relationships and how to deal with it. Weaponized incompetence is you basically act like I can't work the remote for these certain streaming services. I can't make food. I can't do any stuff. I can't get directions to this thing. And you basically put it out there that I can't do all this stuff.
So women are this role.
No, the women are saying, hey, watch out for this. Guys are out here doing weaponized incompetence. And they're kind of, spelling. I'm actually really good at spelling, but I just sort of weaponize the fact that I can. But they're making a big thing being like, this is the patriarchy and guys will do this. What they don't realize, for starters, girls do that, which we'll probably talk about.
Every woman does that.
But more importantly, a lot of times when you're weaponizing your incompetence, you're doing it so you can try to get some sort of a deal back. If you go, if I do this, I do this, you go, you know what? The only way that I could sort of swing things in my favor is I have to act like I'm actually incapable of doing a few jobs, and that's how you get an even deal.
Yeah.
I had my ex buy me stuff from Amazon, everything. Like if I was everything.
Yeah. Let's set the scene for a moment. After a long day at work, your partner asks if you could pick up some things from the grocery store. You're a little tired, but you remember the last time they went to themselves, they didn't get half the stuff they could order. But it's like, so they're listing off a bunch of, horror stories that they had, right? But don't let them fool you. This is the only way to get certain things. You have to weaponize it. This is the move.
I mean, my relationship is both of us weaponizing.
What do you weaponize?
For different things.
What do you
is
say?
most relationships.
Well, she can't walk the dog.
She can't do anything.
So, right. So what's she do? That story about the...
I don't think Danny weaponizes it that much because I think he doesn't like to take the hit that he can't do anything. Yes. He probably does. You know what? Doesn't that seem more like up his alley?
No, she's way worse than... No.
Like, can you picture Danny?
He walks the dog.
Can you picture Danny
I like walking the dog.
I do too.
But I like walking the dog.
But
she doesn't like walking the dog. I like it.
Why does she have a dog then?
The whole
she
point
likes
of
the
having...
affection and cuteness of a dog. She doesn't like walking it.
But that's the whole point of why I have the dog. I enjoy the long walks.
No, you have a dog because you're fucking...
No, yesterday we went out for an hour.
You're a homo.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
Got 2 little fucking gay ass
dogs.
But
what incompetence do you have?
Women's dogs.
Mostly just, I don't know, cleaning stuff.
That's the best thing about women is cleaning.
Yeah.
Laundry. But then honestly, do their laundry, pink all their stuff immediately.
Dude, sometimes I do the laundry and just like ruin a bunch of shit. I go, I can't even do this.
It's weaponized incompetence.
I know.
How does she
I can't
survive?
drive. How many girls says I can't really drive that good? Like you have to drive. Can't fix things. Anything physical.
That.
Start a fire. Go to a camp. See if what girl volunteers to start the fire. No, they'll say that they can't. Shoveling snow. Paying for things. They weaponize incompetence.
Yeah,
I forgot my purse at home. Come on. You're going to tell me girls don't weaponize? This is us evening the scores, and they're trying to say that guys invented it. Get the fuck out of town.
One time I was so broke, and I was over at my ex's, and I said went out for dinner. I'm like, oh, I can't go. Actually, I forgot my debit card, and I had my debet card.
No, that's a fucking proper weaponized.
Yeah,
retard.
I was really good.
Yeah, that's not weaponizing
really
incompetence. So.
Yeah, what else?
Yeah, that's lying.
Yeah. I believe that's fraud.
I've tried to weaponize myself to be too busy to try to get, like, if DoorDash or anything like that comes, I try to weaponize myself out of getting those events.
So she grabs it.
Hey, I don't or even just ordering it. You know what I mean?
Why?
I just can't use the app. How do you download this? What's a phone? I go, those are some of the big ones that I do. I'll tell you what, Danny didn't weaponizely forget the fucking Oreos. Danny didn't fucking weaponizely forgot the fucking 2 for a Twinkies, man. 2 for a Twinkies made it into the cart. He weaponized forgot the celery.
The 2 for Twinkies.
Danny's weapon of choice to forget is definitely the fucking vegetable section.
Oh, I forgot the lettuce. Oh, weird.
Weaponized incompetence is typically seen in cisgender heterosexual relationships. This is crazy bullshit, right?
Yeah, I'm sure gay people are definitely not weaponizing incompetence.
Oh my god. It's like it's like the fucking nerve of this article is absolutely bonkers. Yeah. They're saying cisgendered, like they might as well just say white men are more likely to weaponize.
Could you imagine if you were in a relationship with a woman who you basically did all the work and she cooked and she still sucked at cooking?
Actually, you know why? You wouldn't notice, but my girlfriend actually a weird, different way she weaponizes incompetence is she's a better, or I'm a better cook than her objectively by like almost every measure. And then sometimes she'll like insist on cooking, and then I'll have to watch her do it badly.
Why?
I hate when they watch. That's one of the reasons I don't. Can I just do it? Monitored.
Well, I have to monitor her because I'm better than her.
This guy really does have the gills on him, man. And they think they're on to us by saying guys are doing it. It's like, no, girls invented it. We're taking back. Men are taking back weaponized incompetence is actually what's going on right now.
Yeah, they just did it so poorly.
Yes. And they say that, oh, these are the kind of things the guys will say. I have no idea how to do that. Never heard a girl say that ever. I'm no good at doing that. I'm really, it's like, I love how they give 4 examples. And like, I'm really busy right now. Could you do that instead? I don't know how to do this properly. Do you think you needed all 4 of those examples? These are some of the things they might say. I have no idea how to do that. I don't know how to do this properly. He was like, I think
funny. I was reading this article, like when my girlfriend was beside me. And I was like, man, a lot of these. This is about you.
And what did she say?
I didn't say that to her face.
Why? She doesn't have the guts, man. She'll fucking make breakfast again. Danny wrongs her. He gets fucking. She puts him in his place, man, because she goes as soon as Danny gets on her bad side, she gets the apron on.
She knows all my levers.
That's what's happening when you start fucking bothering her. She starts making her vegan omelet for you.
I would be so pissed if someone was making me breakfast and it stunk.
It doesn't stink. I'm just better.
So this is when they say they're gaslighting you, and then they say this is how you know that you're someone's weaponizing it when you feel taken advantage of, and it's like, when do girls not feel taken advantage of? So you're always having weaponized incompetence against you. This is where girls give worse advice. See, the girl advice is like, oh, everyone, these guys are doing this, you need to call it out. The male advice is, listen, your girlfriend's doing this. It's going to happen. You're not going to be able to stop it. The only thing you can do is fight fire with fire.
Yeah, you're playing a game, and that's what you need to understand.
You do, and you're going to be playing that game for the rest of your life.
Learn the rules. They're not clear.
Admit that you're bad at things you don't want to do early on, and just that's part of your identity right now. You're bad at that now. You go, and you have to take it. If she brings it up to people, she goes, "Oh, Ryan doesn't even know how to work Netflix and Hulu and stuff." I go, "I'm retarded." you take with the territory. You go, "I don't know how to do that." The amount of times I've had girls make fun of me, like, "Oh, Ryan can't cook." I just, and she doesn't even know that. She's taking my word for that. Probably not that good at it, but she doesn't know that. This is my word being bond that I can't cook.
Word is bond, dog.
You feel alone in the relationship, and then it just lists off things where...
This is a great article.
I couldn't believe what I was reading when I saw this.
And a woman wrote this?
Oh, my friend did. Yes, they did.
Oh, my God. They're so delusional.
So if you feel taken advantage of, it's because your boyfriend's... It's like, I've known so many chicks that have like probably a better than average deal and they feel taken advantage of because they know what they do. They pick and choose the good parts of other relationships and be like, I should have that. And you go, well, this guy, he makes food. And you go, yeah, and he's unemployed. Or this guy does this and this. And you go, but they just pick the good parts of all the different guys and they go, I should have a guy that's all those. I should transform her.
Yeah, he's not going to be with you.
Yeah, it's like this one.
He does exist. He's not with you.
The one bitch I dated who loved to laugh. I make her laugh all the fucking time, and then she also wants a guy with money. Well, I'm like, he's not going to make you laugh. Stupid.
There's no such thing as a funny guy with money.
Well, not in our. She goes,
level. I want to bang Louis Anderson.
Isn't he dead?
He wasn't when you guys were together.
I want, yeah,
sounded
good
like
save though, Danny.
Wow.
JJ's actually pretty good. The master of weaponizing incompetence. Now that I think about it,
he's like, number one.
But also, he's also the gaslight king because it is true. He could like with his girl be like, "Hey, I want a guy that's funny and like also makes dinner." It's like no one's funny and makes dinner. Like, you know what I mean? You just convince them like,
"Hey, babe, who am I? What do you mean?"
JJ got this deal, and the guy was like, "Hey, write a show." And JJ goes to Danny. He's like, "These guys want to make a show with me, but I don't know how. The first thing about writing a show." If you could do it for me.
If you could just do it for me.
But that's what happened. Yo, you got weaponized, bro. Anyways, they go, here's a reason that you know that you're being weaponized incompetence. You don't trust your partner. If your partner agrees to carry out the tasks, albeit begrudgingly, you may coddle them through the process by overly explaining the steps or providing extreme. But and they said, if your car breaks down or you have to go plan a birthday party for a family member, take note if you aren't going to ask your partner for help. And it was just like, imagine living in a world where their synopsis is, if you're a girl and your car breaks down, you should be able to call the guy, right?
Yeah.
Well, now imagine like if these people don't think it's the other way around. Can you imagine a guy ever writing an article being like, I just feeling wronged. I know if my car broke down the other day and I just knew I couldn't call my wife for help. It's like, yeah, of course, if your car breaks down, the wife's the last person you call.
Yeah.
Unless you're fucking late.
Well, if you need to like just increase the amount of panic, if you need to add some panic to the thing.
But it's like, you don't think they would even at least have a little bit of humility with like, let's not use the car analogy because that one obviously works worse against us. You know what I mean? You're like, This girl, her husband's weaponizing incompetence, where he's saying that he can't fix her car for her. Well, you fix a car? Well, I would never.
Oh, the one
They're weaponizing incompetence in their weaponizing incompetence article.
I actually did weaponize having a hernia with her, so I didn't have to do her positions.
So she would want more positions, and you would say my hernia's acting up.
And halfway through, like doggy, I would go, "Oh no! Oh wait, I need a second."
So would you put her on top?
No, I like to do missionary.
So you just prefer missionary?
Yeah.
Because you could sort of, if you put your head up high enough, you can picture a dude.
Well, because she wants a show
Maybe
every
just
time.
once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, every time.
That's
Or
why
the big
morning's
encore.
good, because you get them in the morning and they sort of have somewhere to be, especially in an ideal world, where they're kind of like, okay, we can do this, but like, I don't have a lot of time. And you go, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Because I was expecting to do the whole show, but just for the record, this was the time that I was going to do the whole show performance. But if you can't, you can't. You know what I mean? Next time I'll let you know next time I'm ready for the whole show.
So that's some weaponized competence.
yeah.
That's some weaponized competence right there.
It's
Morning.
weaponized competence.
Morning sex.
Now, morning is the best for that reason
That's actually
specifically.
good.
Because you can put in whatever performance you want in the morning and it's not really held against you.
No.
Big romantic night, you come back, fucking crank one out quick. It's going to leave something to be desired for.
Yeah,
that's
you'll
for
be
sure.
hearing about that one again.
You're going to be hearing that
Really?
from the lawyers, my friend.
Big romantic night. I don't want to fuck after I go out.
That's another thing. If you feed them enough food, you can fucking put their fat bodies to bed.
That's a good one. That's a trick too. A lot of bread. Give them a lot of carbs.
Plus you save on the
Tryptophan.
bill too. If you go, just fill up on the bread there, honey.
Why are
And then if you want the steak, we'll get the steak. But just
Why
eat
are
the
you
bread.
filling your honey up on the bread? Why are you filling your honey up on the bread? Nah, I don't want to fuck her tonight. Hoping I can get the fucking old woman to bed so I can crank one out. That is pretty fucking
Legend.
good. Yeah, that's stuff legends are made of right there.
Legendary right there.
Baby, having
Breads.
a breadstick, another
Breads.
glass of wine.
Great.
Why don't you?
Oh yeah.
You like
yeah,
bread?
get this handle
but
of wine.
that's a good trick.
You give her the Johnny Depp treatment.
Fancy.
Another thing they're saying, even if you are able to do it, you may expect you have to redo it afterwards. So it's sort of a toxic boys unite situation here. Jerry, you know what I mean?
It sounds like whatever. If she was basing this off of her actual own relationship, it's no longer.
Frustration is a common emotion for people that are being gaslit by toxic incompetence.
How many women become fucking journalists or write articles after they had a bad relationship?
So many.
She's actually a failed dating coach.
Because one chick wrote that
Oh,
article
God.
about me with the one who I fucked and said I showed her my dick.
Yeah.
I was showing Eagle with the article. He's like, "You did nothing wrong."
Nice.
And I was like, "Exactly." But
Yeah.
that one chick wrote a huge article about me, so.
She had one bad experience with you and then became a blogger.
But yeah, exactly.
Because the world needs to hear about that.
That's same thing with in the comedy clubs. One bad experience, and then they fucking write this whole thing about
and
it.
she says you should probably consider it a deal breaker if it's like this. And it's like, this is where I say to the boys, weaponize that incompetence. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. Because we're toxic boys for life.
Weaponized incompetence.
Could you imagine that?
Incompetence.
That's like, what's his face? What's the guy who was the funny character in the TV show? Who's a comedian who used to sell out? David.
Howie Mandel.
No, David, the one you love, Cross.
Spade.
His wife writes articles. Could you imagine?
She's like a proper author.
But I'm saying I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with women who write articles.
Well, you're not.
Oh, true.
You can be in a relationship with any woman.
It's very true.
You're gay. I got another article. You're a gay man. Fellas, this is the New Clips channel. Right now, we're at 3K. Hit us with a subscribe. Let's get those numbers up. Very much appreciated. Let's get to 5K at the very least. All right. Thank you. Peace.